In the beginning, before the world had shape or order, there was only endless darkness, a silent, formless void known as chaos. No sky, no earth, no passage of time. And then, from those primordial waters, a presence emerged. A light so powerful it broke the darkness apart. This was Ra, the sun god, the first light, the first ruler, the force that brought creation into existence. As Ra rose into the heavens, the sky was born. His light awakened the land below, giving warmth to the earth and life to all living things. Where his rays touched, order replaced chaos, and the world began to breathe. Each morning, Ra appeared in the east, not as a distant star, but as a living god, sailing across the sky in his radiant solar bark. With every movement of his vessel, the sun traveled across the heavens, marking the passage of day and giving structure to time itself. To the people of ancient Egypt, Ra was more than the sun above them. He was protection, balance, and divine authority. His light sustained crops, guided kings, and held the universe together. As long as Ra sailed the sky, the world remained safe beneath his gaze. But when the sun descended and darkness returned, Ra's journey did not end. As night fell, he entered the underworld, where shadows ruled and chaos waited to reclaim the world. There, in the depths of the Duat, ancient enemies rose against him, creatures born of darkness, led by the great serpent Apep, who sought to devour the sun and plunge creation back into eternal night. And so, every night, Ra fought. Not for glory, but for balance. Not for conquest, but for survival. Each victory allowed the sun to rise once more, proving that light could overcome darkness and order could endure against chaos. This is the story of Ra, the eternal light of Egypt. A god who does not merely shine, but journeys, battles, and sacrifices, so that every dawn may come again. As the sun climbed into the sky, Ra continued his eternal voyage across the heavens. Seated upon his radiant solar bark, he sailed above the world, his presence commanding the movement of the sun itself. Below him, the land of Egypt awakened. The Nile reflected his golden light. Crops stirred with life, and humanity rose each day under the protection of his gaze. To the ancient Egyptians, this daily journey was not simply a natural event. It was divine proof that the universe remained in balance. Ra was the keeper of Ma'at, the sacred order that held creation together. As long as he crossed the sky, chaos could not rule. His light defined time, separating day from night, guiding the rhythm of life. Kings ruled in his name, believing their authority flowed directly from the sun god himself. Temples were aligned with his path, rituals performed at sunrise and sunset, all to honor the god who sustained existence with light alone. As the day progressed, Ra's power blazed at its strongest. His rays were fierce and unyielding, burning away shadows and driving back the forces of disorder. Yet even at the height of his strength, Ra knew the truth of his fate. That light is never permanent, and darkness always waits its turn. Slowly, as the sun approached the western horizon, the world began to change. Shadows stretched across the land. The air cooled. The brilliance of Ra softened into a deep, glowing amber. To mortals, sunset marked the end of labor and the coming of rest. But for Ra, it marked the beginning of his most dangerous trial. As the sun disappeared from the sky, Ra descended into the Duat, the vast and treacherous underworld. Here, the laws of the living world no longer applied. The Duat was a realm of winding passages, shifting landscapes, and ancient spirits who tested the strength of the gods themselves. Ra boarded his night bark, prepared to face what no mortal could ever survive. Within the darkness of the Duat lurked Apep, also known as Apophis, the colossal serpent of chaos. Born from the very essence of disorder, Apep despised light, order, and creation. Each night, he rose from the depths, determined to destroy Ra, devour the sun, and return the universe to the endless darkness that existed before creation. As Ra's bark moved through the underworld, the presence of Apep grew stronger. The waters churned, shadows twisted into monstrous shapes. Suddenly, the serpent struck. Apep's massive coils wrapped around the solar bark, his jaws opening wide enough to swallow the sun itself. Darkness surged, threatening to extinguish all light forever. But Ra did not face this terror alone. Surrounded by divine guardians and armed with ancient magic, he stood firm against the embodiment of chaos. With words of power and blasts of solar fire, Ra fought back. Spears of light pierced the darkness, burning through Apep's scales. The battle was violent, relentless, and eternal. Not a single event, but a struggle repeated night after night, without rest or mercy. Though Apep was defeated, he was never truly destroyed. Chaos could be wounded, restrained, but never erased. And so, each night, Ra endured the same battle, sacrificing his strength so that the sun might rise again. Weakened by the struggle but victorious, Ra continued his journey through the final hours of the underworld. As dawn approached, the darkness began to retreat. The eastern horizon glowed faintly, signaling the return of light. Renewed by the cycle of rebirth, Ra emerged once more into the sky, reborn as the rising sun. With his return, the world was saved again, life restored, order reaffirmed, and hope renewed. This endless journey, day and night, light and darkness, creation and chaos, defined the very nature of existence. Ra did not rule through domination alone, but through endurance. He fought so the world would not fall into silence. He rose so life could continue. And as long as the sun crosses the sky, the ancient promise of Ra endures. And so, the journey of Ra never truly ends. To the ancient Egyptians, the sun god was not merely a ruler of the sky, but the living symbol of existence itself. His daily passage taught them that life is not defined by permanence, but by balance. Light does not exist without darkness. Order survives only because chaos is resisted, again and again. Ra did not promise a world without suffering. Instead, he embodied the courage to rise each day despite the certainty of struggle. Every sunset was a reminder that decline is inevitable. Every sunrise a testament to renewal. In this endless cycle, the Egyptians found meaning, not in victory that lasts forever, but in the act of standing against oblivion. Even the greatest god grew weary. Even the sun aged. Yet Ra endured, not because he was invincible, but because the world depended on his perseverance. Kings modeled their rule after his journey. Mortals shaped their lives by his rhythm. To live in harmony with Ma'at was to accept one's role in the cosmic order, to act with truth, balance, and responsibility, even in the face of darkness. In the silence before dawn, when the world holds its breath, Ra rises once more. Not as a conqueror, but as a guardian. His light does not erase the darkness, it holds it at bay. And in that fragile space between night and day, the ancient Egyptians believed the universe was reborn. As long as the sun continues its path across the sky, the story of Ra lives on, a reminder carved into temples and whispered through time that existence itself is a sacred journey, and that every new dawn is a victory earned.